Hello guys and welcome back to Earl Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earl and today I'm going to be breaking down day one of the Katowice play-in matches. We are here, IEM Katowice, first major of the year, and we got some pretty solid games today. It's going to be an 8-game slate that I'm going to be breaking down for you guys. The first 3 games, the 6 o'clock games that you're looking on the screen right now, I'm just going to be breaking those down from a betting perspective because those are not on a DraftKings slate. The next 5 after that are all on a DraftKings slate, so I'm going to go over the betting and the DraftKings for the players as well, so I can try to break down and help as many people as I can try to make money off of this Counter-Strike slate. Super, super excited for this. Been waiting for Katowice for months. Ever since the 1v4 from Simple at the last Katowice. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens with this one, who comes out on top again, and whether or not we can make a good amount of money. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll be breaking down Katowice throughout the entire tournament, so just stay tuned for more Counter-Strike content along with all the other sports that we cover. If you don't know what we cover, just scroll through all of our videos. You'll see what we do. We post 3 to 4 times every single day, and there's no reason why. It's free. Just subscribe. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the matches. First one's going to be Gambit and Team 1. This one's going to be one of the bigger spread games because Team 1 came out of the Mountain Dew League, I believe, and that's the way that they were able to get into this qualifier. They're going to be a plus 458 for this one, minus 714 for Gambit. This one, in all honesty, should not be close. Mountain Dew League is a NA league where it's just not the top level. When Gambit's been playing up against all the best teams, or a bunch of tier 1 teams, and in all honesty, this one probably is just going to end up in a 2-0. Unfortunately, they don't have the betting odds for a 2-0 sweep on this one, but if they do, go ahead and bet them to sweep the series because that's most likely what's going to happen. I just don't see Team 1 putting up any sort of fight against Gambit in this one, and I think Gambit's probably going to be the safest bet for this for this entire slate. So yeah, Gambit sweeping that one. Next up, we got Spirit and Cloud9. Spirit coming off of I think it was DreamHack Master win over Fun Plus Phoenix. Very, very impressive. They're on the uprise from the CIS scene. Very, very impressive right now. Going up against Cloud9, who is still trying to get their roster and everything all input. I do think that Cloud9 has definitely been improving. They added Zeppa, so they're still trying to enroll that in there. But they have been looking all right. A couple wins lately. But in all honesty, Spirit should be pretty good to take this one. I would just take a money line, even though it's a minus 172. It's a little bit up there, but I do like Spirit to win this game against Cloud9. They've just been super impressive lately, and it would be hard for me to go and bet against Team Spirit for tomorrow's game. Go on to the following game, which will be the last of the 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time games, which is going to be big in Movistar Riders. And in all honesty, I'm surprised that this one is not a longer line than it is. Minus 263 for big just seems like it should be in the 300-400s, honestly. Movistar Riders have not been looking good at all. They just have not looked like a complete team, and there's no reason why I think Big shouldn't be able to take care of this one. I I do believe I have on the thing that Big is going to sweep this one, just because I can get the better line that way. That line is not currently out. Wait until tomorrow. It'll probably be dropped then. But Big should be able to take care of this one quite easily. So taking them 2-0 in tomorrow's game as well is going to be the way I'm going on this one. Alright, now with the 6 a.m. games out of the way, which are the only ones that are not on the DraftKings slate. If you guys can see up here, I do have the DraftKings slate up here as well. We're going to go ahead and go over the betting lines for some of the games, and then the players as well to see. I scroll down way too far. To see what we like in terms of players and their prices. Whoa. Starting off with Virtus Pro and Wisla Krakow. Minus 526 for Virtus Pro, Wisla plus 345. This one should just be a straight up win for Virtus Pro. Shouldn't be close. James, if I had to go and put any guys in rosters for me, the plays that I like the most are Buster and Quirkit. They're just, I feel like compared to their price of their teammates, which, that's not what I want. Which James at 10K, I don't like that price. There's plenty of other players I would rather go to than James. Yakinda, 8,800, just a little bit too much. I like some other players a little bit more in that price range. But Buster, 8,400, I feel like could do about the same as Yakinda, and $400 cheaper. I would prefer to go there. And then Quirkit as a little bit of a value play. 7K is a little bit expensive, but I do think that they're going to sweep, so they're going to be able to do good. Sanjay at 5,800 could be interesting as well, because if they do sweep, they'll get the rounds not played bonus. And at 5,800, that could be a decent value play. I do have some other value plays in mind for it, for this slate, but I don't mind that one. In terms of Wisla Krakow, I don't see the need to get to any of them, just because, I mean, they're cheap, but they shouldn't be playing well. Going up against Virtus Pro, the now number 6 in the world. How the hell they got there? They've won 3 tournaments in a row, so it's hard to go against Virtus Pro in this one. So if I'm going to go anyone from this game, Buster and Quirkit. If you wanted to go Sanjay for value, that's fine too. The other two I just think are a little bit too pricey for where they're for the people around them. All right, and go ahead and look at the next game, which should be the Mouse Sports game. Computers, and I scrolled down way too far again. Love it, love it. I hate when I do that. Oh, Wisla Krakow is playing later on in the day too. We're gonna go to this game just because it's the closest one on here too. Mouse Sports taking on Renegades. Mouse Sports, honestly, I don't see why they should be favorited that big. Minus 417 for Mouse Sports, Renegades plus 306. I think this series is gonna be a lot closer than people think. Do they add? Oh, Dexter is going to be their new in-game leader, so it's definitely going to be. It's going to be a feeling out period for Mouse Sports. I think this series can go 3. Where I do like Renegades for this one, just because Mouse Sports are going to be in a rebuild state. Kerrigan just signed back with FaZe. So they're going to have to influence their new IGL, which I believe they've been playing with a little bit with Dexter. They were having a little bit of trouble getting him out of Australia, I believe. But they all should be together now. But in this game, I want to go more Renegade side than Mouse Sports. I think it's going to be a 3-0. Sorry, a 3 mapper. I think Renegades could pull this one off. If I had to go and pick up some players from this game, Hats would probably be the only one I'd be interested in, though, just because 6,600 is a good price for him, and he's going to be like the mid-range player. I feel like there's better spots than Olisar and Ince up at the 8,000 and 7,200. And I just don't want to go down to the 5,600 and 5K ones. I have a better value play that's a little bit lower that I really do like for tomorrow. I feel like they mispriced them. But for this one, Hats is probably the only one. On the Mouse Sports side, if my computer loads, Dexter 10-2, way too expensive. I'm not interested in that one at all. Rops 9-6, way too expensive. Not interested in that one at all. Frozen, I feel like is too expensive as well. Beam, I feel like all these people are priced way higher than they're supposed to be, especially with the new in-game leader coming. I just don't feel like Mouse Sports has the best chances of winning, so I'm actually going to be taking Renegades for this one. I know on my sheet at the end, it's going to be saying Mouse Sports. I meant to put Renegades for that one after looking at it even more. So Renegades taking that one, probably 2-1 and probably in 3. We're gonna go on to probably my favorite game of tomorrow, in terms of DK and betting wise. It's gonna be the Complexity and Nip game. I just gotta get to it without scrolling all the way down, and I did that again. Fantastic. Nip and Complexity. And going off of these two teams from Blast, both of them looked really, really good. Complexity won their group. Who do they play? They beat Astralis, someone else, G2, and then Astralis again, I believe. It was a quite impressive showing from Complexity. They got Poison back, so they look like a really, really good team. On the other side, we got Nip, who has a new roster. They have a ZTR, which looked amazing in the series, in their Blast groups. So honestly, this is going to be a very, very good game. I do have Nip winning this one. So we're going to go ahead and go look at the Complexity side first. Config 9,400, price up way too much for a 5-game slate. I feel like there's better value. I don't feel like he's going to be necessary in terms of having to have him in your lineup. Blame F at 8,200. I feel like that price is perfect for him. It's right where he's supposed to be. I have other players in mind for that range, but I feel like Blame F could be a decent, like, I would say pivot, but I feel like Blame F is going to have a little bit more ownership than we would like to see. Poison 7,200. I feel like that is a very, very good price for him. I do like Poison. If I felt like Complexity was going to win tomorrow, I would like Poison a lot. He's been really doing well with the op since he's come back. He's looked quite impressive. JKS 6,400. I just feel like it's way too cheap for him. I do like JKS in the slate. I do feel like that would be a good price if they were going to win. If I felt like they were going to win, I feel like Nip has the better shot at this one. And then Rush, I would never roster. On the Nip side, Rez 7,400, fantastic price. I love that. Hampus, I'm not really going to bother with. He's the IGL, not going to be the higher score. Plopsky at 6K, cool. ZTR at 5,400, I'm cool with that price. My favorite play for tomorrow, and I'll have him on all my lineups, is Knock. 4,200, and he could be the highest fragger on the team. I don't know why he got priced down that far. I even love Knock as a captain. Putting him as a captain at $6,300, it allows you to do so much with the rest of your lineup. Having $8,700 if Nock is your captain, I feel like that's going to be one of my favorite plays for tomorrow is Nock. He's just pressed down way too much, and there's no reason why he should be down that far. He could have an absolutely explosive day and be the difference in winning a GPP tomorrow. Nock will be on the best lineup. I'll call it right now. 2 games left. We get to go to the OG taking on, what was the matchup? OG and Fnatic. Oof, that one's going to be another good one. I'm going to end up scrolling down too far again. Yup. OG and Fnatic. This one's going to be very, very close. Fnatic minus 128, OG plus 100. Both teams are in a state where I don't know what to make of them. Fnatic with their new add of Giacchino, OG with their just stagnant play. In this one, I am favoring OG. So actually, we'll go ahead and look at the Fnatic players first. Brolin, 9K. I just feel like there's better options in that range. Take, for example, Elige, 9,200. Rather go to him than Brolin. I'd rather go to Buster. I'd rather go to Yikinda. I would rather even pay up for Naf. No, maybe not. But I have other options that I like more in that range. I think Brolin is just too expensive. Crims, 7,800. I'm perfectly okay with that one. That one's a good mid-range option. Is he my top mid-range option? Probably not. I'd probably be more interested in Valde. I'd probably be interested in Grim. And Rez would be 3 ones that I really like in that range that are just below him. But I definitely think Crims is a decent option as well. Giacchino, not interested. JW, no. And Golden's the in-game leader. I don't really touch IGLs besides Blame F on big game slates, just because they're in charge of the calling and they're not going to be the highest fraggers. Plus, you want to try to build the lineups around them. So not going to be too interested in going after that. On the OG side, I favor this one a little bit more. Valde, 7,600. I feel like that's a good price for him. I do like that. Mantu, 6,600. I just feel like is too cheap. I definitely like Mantu for tomorrow as another good value play. And then LXCB, IGL, once again, I try to stay away from IGLs. But LXCB could be a exception because he could have that a big throw OG on his back game and absolutely demolish. And then MBK and Issa, I'm not really too interested in. I'd rather go down to Nock than going after these 2 guys. But I definitely like OG in that matchup. I think it's going to be a 2-1 series, but I definitely like OG more than Fnatic. Final game of the day is going to be Liquid and MIBR. I think this one minus 260 something. Scroll down too far. Nope, I didn't. Cool. Minus 238 to plus 180. These guys just played at the Blast event, and this gives me all the confidence in the world wanting to go after Team Liquid. Probably my favorite pay-up option on the slate is Elige. 9,200. I feel like he should be the one that's at 10K. I feel like he should be probably the most expensive player in the slate, not next to the fact that he's down this far. Elige is going to be in a smash spot for me. He's the big player right now for Liquid that's been the most consistent. Definitely like Elige in this one. Naf has just been a little bit too quiet. I think he could be a good contrarian pay-up option. Other than that, I'm not really too interested in going after him. Grim, 7,600. One of my favorite mid-range plays. So going and pairing up Elige and Grim could be a decent option for me. Fallen and Stewie. I don't go after the IGL. Stewie, not really interested in that one. Fallen, he's been going good, but not to the point where I want to roster him on a 5-game slate. On the MIBR side, Yell at 5,200. I don't know why he's that cheap necessarily. That's just the outlier for me. Maybe go Yell if you want to go for a decent value option. Other than that, I'm not really too interested in anybody. If the last games of MIBR versus Liquid have anything to say, this one should be an easy 2-0 for Liquid after they won, I think it was 16-8 and 16-6. So not really interested in anybody from MIBR besides Yell. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Katowice videos coming every single day that there is competition. So just subscribe and be ready for it. I'm ready for a lot of good Counter-Strike. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. And until next time, let's watch some good Counter-Strike and let's make some money.